Call the meeting to order.
The Monroeville Town Council met on July 2nd at 7 p.m. with the following members present: Don Gerardo, Tim Berry, Chad Heffernan, and Rich Stevenson. The minutes of the June 4th, 2025 meeting were read. Rich made a motion to approve, seconded by Joan and passed. Motion to approve the start of the application process for upgrading the sewer plant to increase its capacity before a current permit is up was made by Rich, seconded by Chad, and passed. Motion to approve the addendum to the July 4th firework contract to increase it by $3,000 was made by Rich, seconded by Tim, and passed. With nothing further to discuss, Tim made a motion to adjourn, seconded by Rich, and passed.
Any additions or corrections? Being none, we need a motion to accept the minutes as read.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, likewise. Clear pass. How are you?
Good evening. I'm doing great. Ben Russell, Executive Director of the Department of Planning Services. Here for an ordinance amendment that's a little bit different than other amendments we've done in that it's a floodplain repeal amendment. That the objective is to align the duties of the Allen County departments into the correct, what we think, efficient way of doing government. And what we're doing here tonight is to remove the floodplain administrator duties from the Allen County Department of Planning Services and to convey those to the duties of the Allen County Surveyor's Office. Mike Rucci is also here, who is the Allen County Surveyor, if you have any questions for him. So there's really two actions that we're doing tonight. One is to repeal the floodplain portion of the zoning ordinance, and the second action is a resolution to point those duties to an existing Allen County code that Mike Rucci has put together. This is the same kind of process we're gonna go through with the other communities. We went through this process in Allen County unincorporated, so that's how some of these things were created. And then for the 4 communities that we have zoning jurisdiction over, this is going to be the same type of process that we do with them as well. And all of that is going through this month. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
We've got the resolution and the ordinance that is
Okay.
talking about both right here. So I think Dave Schaub said, pass it tonight, but make it effective September 1.
Yeah, that would be helpful so that we can kind of align some things on our website, align some things with kind of administrative items.
Right.
Yeah, this is really taking floodplain administration, because we're already doing the stormwater review for quantity, for the flood review, the water quality review. To me, this is like the third leg of the stool for stormwater. And if we're the engineers looking at it, let's look at everything, have a common viewpoint on it. And I think it's a good thing. It's just Ben and I were willing partners to try to pull this off, and it's taken about 7 or 8 months of work. Tonight the Grable Town Council's meeting, and they're considering the same thing, and then Huntertown and Woodburn will be later this month. And one of the communities that was doing their own floodplain, but we still reviewed the other stuff for, was Leo Cedarville. They've already opted in. So it'll really be a uniform for the economic development community that are investing in all our communities. They'll get the same response no matter where they're investing in our county, and that's good. They like that as well. So this is, I think, good for everybody, and we have the engineering expertise to pull it off. So I'm excited about it, and I think we're going to do a really good job for everybody. So I'll entertain any questions that anybody has.
Yeah, I didn't have any questions. It's a good thing. So we're just getting rid of one portion of it, the code, and replacing it with the surveyor's office. So we have a resolution and an ordinance that'll both need to be signed if everybody's in favor.
Okay, what will the resolution, do you have the number on it?
I don't. I probably should have put that on there.
Resolution number would be 2025-3.
2025-3.
So now, Mike, everything would come through your office now?
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. We're already reviewing any development or anything for, like I said, for the flood or the water quality stuff. And now we'd be reviewing it for the floodplain at the same time. It's just,
Okay.
to me, it's efficient government. It's not having different.
So basically, we're just eliminating a step. more or less.
Yeah, and make it turn around faster for
Right.
people trying to invest in our communities.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I think you could do it simultaneously too, don't you, if you want. I'll switch those.
Now, we can't adopt this until next month, correct?
It's passed today. It says right in it, it's not effective until September 1st. So
Okay.
it can be
All right.
passed tonight if everybody agrees.
Yeah, that's pretty common with ordinance amendments to give staff some time. There might be some administrative functions or updating the website, things like that. And so it gets passed and then the effective date becomes a later date.
Yeah, I will say, when we worked through the new ordinance that we passed on to corporate Allen County that you're pointing to, we met with the DNR a number of times. They're very happy about the direction we're taking this. They like just having to come to one entity, and they thought it was a great idea, so. yeah.
Okay, let's put it in the form of a motion to adopt Resolution 2025-3.
I can make that motion.
Make the motion.
I'll, sorry.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed likewise. Clear pass.
Do you mind sticking around for a minute? Yeah. Thank you.
And
Helpful.
we need a motion to pass ordinance number 674. And it will go into effect the 1st of September 2025.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed likewise. Clear pass.
Thank you, need signatures.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The rest of them as soon as he's ready.
You need a copy of this one as
Don didn't send that.
All right, he's fine. Send it back.
I asked Ben to stick around. I told Ben to stick around for the discussion about
Cindy, if I can't hear you. Okay,
Just throw them at me. There we go. Thank you.
Just try to keep them pinned the right way.
Yes.
Go ahead, Don.
Rick.
Two things. One, I'm not here to bitch this time, but, first thing, I got a email yesterday from Brian Top with B-Risk. This year is our year for ISO rating to be done. I have not, he wants to have a meeting on August 14th at the station at 2 o'clock, if you're able to make it, just kind of initial, or if somebody can make it. It's an initial, he just wants to go over everything they wanna see, I guess. But I sent an
At
email.
what time?
2,
2? Okay, I've got something
it's
on
something
the
on the
14th.
calendar. It's not-
Well, no, I've got something, I gotta be in Angola,
Gotcha.
I think on the 14th.
Okay.
But at the fire station?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
I was told that this year, or within the last year or two, they started charging for these ISO ratings. So I guess I emailed him back, and he must be out of the office today. He didn't get back with me at all today on a price of what it's gonna cost to be done. But to me, that, I think, between the town and the townships, if you guys want it done, I'm guessing you want it done as it pertains to the insurance cost of the residents.
Right.
To the fire department, it's not really an issue, but it helps the residents. So once I get a answer on that, I'll get back with you on that.
Okay. The other thing I was gonna tell you, I was gonna tell Rick, but, I'm gonna have somebody else look at that.
Okay, that was my other thing was, I
Okay.
didn't know if,
If
I
that's
thought they
okay,
sent it to
that's-
you guys,
That way,
but,
I want somebody to take a look at it because it's going on too long.
right,
Or you know what I'm saying, I just wanna get it fixed to where it's
Yeah.
fixed.
yep. And that was what I had. I thought he sent the quote over to the PO, or to the town's PO box as well, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys saw that, so.
Okay,
that was to
yeah,
replace
no,
the whole
that's,
system.
but I wanted to tell you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, just let me know what you figure out.
Okay.
The only other thing we wanna do is make sure that it gets a drain in the bottom of the pan shooting out the side. So,
Yes.
so that if it ever happens again, it's got a place to drain instead of into the ceiling.
Well, yeah, it needs an escape no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was, like I said, I was told by Brad, who came out from Hartman Brothers, that there's a leak somewhere in the system, and it's not the first time. It was down over a pound of Freon, so, when he charged it, so. That's what I know about that, but,
Okay. Yeah, no,
those two
I
things.
will try to make that. I have a meeting in Angola.
okay. Like I
That
said, I'll let
same
you
day,
know,
but I
as I
don't
find
know
out,
what
if I
time
get
it
an
is.
email, hopefully tomorrow, I'll get with you or whatever, we'll
Okay.
figure it out from
All righty. Okay.
Sounds good. That's all I have.
I just want to know if there's any progress being made against some two properties next to me on 205 Prospect. If there's any progress getting made about doing anything about that.
Yes, and as far as the motor home and that,
That's why I thought, I asked.
that's the
him to stick
reason
around.
he's gonna stick around because of the zoning.
Well, then
Or
the
the-
situation is you got a house and you have, and correct me, you guys know this better than I do, I think it's a newer RV in
Brand
the
new.
driveway with a carport. And there's a pipe running from the house to the RV, which I don't think any of us know what it is. Pretty sure somebody's living in the RV and in the house, yes. So, we don't really have, we don't,
Here's a picture.
And they pack straw
Had it
bales
drilled
around the
over
bottom
that
to
house.
Okay,
insulate it.
And right there's the PVC pipe that you could tell sewage going to that right there.
okay, so that's what you think it is sewage. So,
See
I
it from
guess.
my house up here, and there makes it look a little bit clearer. It's
So-
PVC pipe.
So
sewage.
since the executive director of zoning.
Yeah,
So
I
here's the
had
issue,
taken-
right, we don't have a town ordinance that kind of addresses that, right? A lot of restrictive covenants and subdivisions have, you can't live in a structure that's
Right.
parked on. We don't have that. And I guess I haven't explored yet, because we just started talking about it, the zoning ordinance, if there's something in the zoning ordinance that would address it using, you know, I guess you'd call it a temporary structure as an additional dwelling unit.
So yeah, RVs would not be permitted to be lived in. And the ordinance is specific to campgrounds, and that's it. And that's only on a temporary basis. So by default, you cannot live in your RV. You can have an RV and plug it in, right? Because in the summertime, we get a lot of that where they're trying to charge it up, but you can't live in there. And so if there's evidence of them living in there, that's not permitted per the zoning ordinance.
So you.
Is that right in the township code, is it?
It's not.
Monroeville?
Yeah, Monroeville has
The same.
their own zoning ordinance that they've adopted, and over the years, we've made sure that those rules and regs are kind of aligned with unincorporated Allen County. So this is one of the pieces of that's important to make sure we're protecting, property values and all those other things, but really living in an RV is just not, that's not permitted per zoning.
So.
And what about the junk trailer next to me too? Thanks for coming over there the other night, Rich. I
Yeah.
greatly appreciate that.
Let's stay with that one for just a minute. How do we enforce that? Can we, I know you have your own enforcement mechanism, but I know you have.
We have the same.
You have a budget that you're gonna pick on certain things.
So we would partner with you
Yes,
to
that's-
figure out the best course of action. In some cases, I could work with you directly, Tim, and in some cases, we could hire an attorney, but usually, I mean, you've done zoning work in the past, and so I trust that you and I can figure something out about a path forward for that.
Okay.
Notice of violation, and then eventually to force somebody to do something per zoning is a civil lawsuit in your circuit superior court. So that would eventually be the outcome, to force somebody to do something that they're just either incapable or don't want to do correctly.
Yeah.
Well, and if I can interject something here, the fact that they have put bales of straw on pretty much indicate that they don't intend to use it as an RV.
I seen that last fall, about 150 bales of straw that went underneath it last fall. I'm not lying either, I seen it. I'm not trying to make it look worse.
Okay. So what's the other issue? Sorry.
The junk trailer next to me.
Like the mobile home trailer
The
that's
mobile
on
home.
the other side of the house.
That's
It's been
behind
empty
my
and junk
house.
for about 11 or 12 years. I got that on the left and the RV to the right of me.
It's-
Rich come down there and seen it the day after the
That's
last
the
meeting.
one with the house, and then it also has a mobile home,
It's,
On the other side.
abandoned mobile home.
it's just,
Yeah.
there's his house, that's the RV, his house, and there's two mobile homes, like you would find in a trailer court, that are just on two lots.
Not, no one's living in it.
One's unoccupied, the one right next to him's unoccupied, the one next to
One's
him.
been unoccupied
she
for 11 or
appears to
12
be
years.
someone lives there and tends to it.
Yeah, the one is well kept, and there's a lady living
problems
in
with
there.
that.
And she told me recently that she has sold it, but she's hoping that she can stay there until she is able to move out, which is gonna be a few months yet. But there's no problem with that trailer, it's the one between,
Is it two
Is
mobile
it?
homes on one lot?
no.
Two different
they're
addresses.
two
No.
separate
Two different lots.
Or two different, like,
That's just-
house address points.
Jesse's.
Ben, I mean, you think attacking it, we have nuisance under our town ordinances. Are we better off using the zoning code, or are we better off just using a town nuisance approach and saying unsafe building structure type?
Yeah, a lot of times the nuisance you can get, I would say, faster response. Zoning, we have to follow state law, and there's 30-day appeal period that can apply to the BZ. I mean, so sometimes it takes a while for that process to work its way through the system. So if there is a town nuisance code, I would have you look into that first, just to kind of see.
Okay.
And again, you could, they're in violation of both potentially, and then so it's like, which would be the better process to get, you know, some timely action, to get the owner to act right. And so sometimes nuisance is better approach. And I would say that you as a town have probably more control over that section, because you probably used it a lot. And so that's another kind of disadvantage. But for us, we do violations all over the county and Fort Wayne, so that something like this isn't new.
Right.
To us, but it's the timing of it. Zoning isn't immediate, and that's, you know, that is
Okay.
I would say a barrier to get something done immediate on some situations.
Thank you.
I'm not going away.
No, I didn't,
Neither am I, so yeah.
That's
I'm
fair.
not going away till this gets fixed.
no, I went down there and took pictures of the pipe and everything that was back behind it, and yeah. And as far as the trailer, what's the easiest way to deal with that?
I think Ben's right, we'll just do the nuisance approach.
The nuisance? Okay, that's one of the things we was trying to figure out, was because if you go with the devaluation of your property, we will have to get every one of them appraised. Okay, that was, because I don't know if they'll push back. I really don't think there's much pushback to it.
No, I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so. But the nuisance thing is probably the easiest route to go. And that's what Matt and I had been talking about, and Tim and I had talked about it some.
Well, and it definitely isn't going to improve while it's sitting there like that. It's
No,
been empty for what, something like 12 or 13 years now?
I moved in October of 2014, and it was empty and used for storage then.
Okay.
And we're going on 11 years. I think it was, had been empty for about a year before that, so 12 years, give or take.
what can we do under the nuisance ruling?
I think we'll do it the way, we'll cite them like we talked about, at least get them into the, because then you've got the penalty provision. So if we cite them for the nuisance, then if you get them into court, it's a per day penalty, which is probably our biggest leverage or incentive for them to bring themselves into compliance. So I think that's our best bet. You can always sue them, but I think if they have to appear in court quickly, I think that's gonna probably be the biggest bang for the buck.
If you could
Okay.
just get rid of that trailer, I could probably live with that monstrosity next to me. I'll cut you some slack.
There's
I'm
going
not
to
living
That's a
next
bar-
to
that's a
my
fair
thing.
bargain.
Just get rid of the trailer, I could probably put up that clown next to me. I'll cut you some slack, you know? I ain't living next boat up. I ain't doing it.
Okay, that it?
Yeah, that was all I had to say.
Okay, all right. Tim?
The only thing I have is the Title VI coordinator and ADA position. I think somebody's got to get appointed. I think Matt suggested you and Abe in that email, because Dan was our,
Oh, yeah, no.
So we've gotta replace-
I think that I think it needs to be at least two people.
yeah, I think that's what they were suggesting too.
Yes.
Because that way you've got a backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not to throw you under the bus, but
No,
that
that's
was,
fine.
they were suggesting, I don't know the situation, where are we with superintendent? You have another ad running, or what are we?
I have another ad running right now.
Okay, because I I would think that the superintendent would be one of these, and you could be the backup, but is Abe willing to do it?
Well,
Do you want to pass these tonight and fill that in, or do you want to talk to Abe before we put his name down and?
I talked to Abe again today about taking the
he don't want.
superintendent.
To do the testing and,
Yeah, and do all the phone calls and talk to the to everybody on team and get everything set up. You know, like the office part, and he would do the other part and stuff. Because it's hard to find somebody that can do both, like
I
Dan and
think-
Larry did.
I think what Larry told me is probably true. If we make him, if we make Abe the superintendent, we're gonna be looking for another helper. He don't wanna do it.
Yeah.
Deal with the people, and I understand that.
sounds like the rest of us. Sounds like all of us. I don't think this has to get passed tonight. That's why I'm saying if you want to.
Because in order to apply for,
Let's see if I have that email.
for the matching money with the state, we have to have someone in place.
Yeah, she said she would update the documents once we tell her. I think we can just tell her whatever.
What now?
I think we just have to give her the names, and then she wants to update the documents herself.
Just take care of it. That way it's done. Wait, hey Bobby,
I don't think there's.
leave me, can I see that real quick?
Mm-hmm. That just talks about the annual training that needs to be done.
Right.
I didn't see like a deadline.
I think we're gonna have to revise these anyway, because it's set up as the superintendent was gonna be our coordinator, and
I mean, we can wait till next month.
let's do,
Okay.
so these are right. What's Abe's last name? I don't think I have it.
Yes.
Ask
Yeah,
me.
ask you, AS.
That was all I had.
Next month, we're gonna have probably 2 meetings for the budget. I have a meeting on Friday to go over the budget for next year, so then I think there's just timeframes that you have to have it published before you have the meeting, at least 10 days before.
Okay.
Last year, we approved it in October, I think at the October meeting. The publishing has to be done like 10 days
Oh,
before.
by 10 days ahead, yeah. If that'll work. If it won't, then we'll have to call a special meeting.
Okay.
Why don't, if that's okay with you.
I'll double check with the guy that I'm meeting with on Friday.
They started doing the survey work and that on Prospect and Columbus. In when they're doing it. That's like $661,000, I believe. And that's a 75-25 match. So if you see anybody, and on the applications for the superintendent, wait about a week and you'll see what we get. We've got some more will be coming in.
Well, and then we'll get together on a time to interview them and stuff.
Yeah, we'll do probably set it up for some interviews. I've actually talked to a couple of them, just a little bit text-wise and that, but there's nobody that really jumps up to the head of the line that, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Joan, Rich.
Today they put 3 trees from a 4-inch tree, 2 of them at the park, one's over towards the school, it's gonna be for George Martin.
Right.
And there where Susie's bench was, where we took that one down because it was dying, put a new one in there, and then I had him take another one and put out the cemetery. So I don't know if he forwarded the bill to you, Bobby, or not,
I have not
for the
received-
trees.
I haven't received
Okay,
anything
so
yet.
I have to bill me or whatever for the cemetery, and also the one there at Susie's. Because they only warranty them for a year, and that thing's been there for 12 years. I don't know why
Yeah.
it started dying this year, but it did. So,
And half of it died.
yeah, just half of it. Didn't make
Yeah,
any sense.
that's,
So yeah, so whenever you get the bill for those, I'll pay for one, and the cemetery will pay for one. So,
Chad.
Can you pass along to Abe that Heritage got a hold of me and their light on their lift station is blinking? The alarm light on the lift station is blinking. It's
wow.
Heritage, yeah.
It was just the other day, yeah. I said, well, hoping Abe was here, but if not, can you pass that along to him?
I will.
It's been silenced, so, but
Okay.
the light's still blinking.
Yeah, I'll send him a text.
Okay, yeah, that's all I
Yeah,
really
I
have.
had one more thing for the 4th of July, for the fireworks. We ended up spending like $2,200. And we had about $4,800 on donations. Anyway, after everything was paid, the band and the food and the fireworks and everything was paid, we still had a $2,600.96 that went back into the fund.
Yep.
So, at least we were in the black. That's all I got.
That it. Motion to adjourn.
No, they got me.
I'll second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, likewise.